That the Finance Ministry has asked 4 big public sector banks to explore the options of merging with smaller banks. Ravi Krishan Takkar, the MD and CEO of UCO Bank, joins us now to discuss that. Mr. Takkar, thanks so much for joining us. You know, every other day you hear a story about the possibility of some merger or the other. Have you heard from the government on what the timeline could be and what are the options the government is looking at?
See, no doubt, the government is planning to merge a few banks after the successful merger of State Bank of India. But as far as any individual bank is concerned, at least the UCO Bank, we don't have any such move happening. We have any indication or anything like that. Although we have been hearing some mergers could take place, but which bank would merge with which, I think is very difficult to say at this moment.
Okay. Were the bank boards consulted or bank managing directors like yourselves consulted? After all, you all met the finance minister a few days back. Are you all sending proposals at all?
No, this was not the agenda at the last FM meeting.
Okay.
And as far as there is no such proposal has been sent from the UCO Bank, but we are definitely having a turnabout plan being finalized in consultation with the ministry.
Okay, that's a turnaround plan, but you all didn't make any joint presentation or anything like that?
No, nothing as far as UCO Bank is concerned.
Okay, but is there a risk of larger PSU banks being used as a vehicle to merge weaker banks? I mean, yesterday when we spoke to a finance ministry official, they denied it, but do you see something of that sort happening?
See, what I feel it would depend on the individual financial strength of a bank and not on the size of a bank. Today, even the big size banks, they are also under stress. So it may not be possible for each and every bigger bank to take over a small bank. Yeah, but if the bigger bank is financially strong, then they have an opportunity to merge another smaller bank.
Okay, so it will be a strong plus weak is what you think?
Perhaps. It's very difficult to say. It could be even 2 strong banks or I don't know. It will depend. Okay. How the overall position is there.
Okay. Mr. Takkar, good morning. But from your own point of view and for your own bank, as you said, the stress is there in the system. Do you expect that? Do you expect situations to get worse from here?
See, what is troubling the banks presently is not the further slippages which are happening. The slippages have now started on a declining trend. The only issue the banks are facing, we have to make provisions on account of the aging factor of the old NPAs. So that we have to provide a lot of provision for that. And another thing, what is the banks we are facing the issues regarding the meeting the capital adequacy norms. Today we don't have many resources to raise capital, and we have to meet the stringent Basel III norms. So the capital constraint and this aging of NPAs is a major concern. And the other thing is the bigger accounts. In the last 2 years almost, we didn't have any major resolution happening in these accounts. And with now the government, that RBI has now identified 12 accounts. If something starts happening in the bigger accounts, I think that would be a very good step forward and pave a way for things to happen in the other accounts also.
Okay, that is exactly the other question we wanted to ask you, Mr. Takkar. Those 12 accounts, have you all got any letters from the Reserve Bank as to which they are? Have you got any one account in which you have to file bankruptcy?
No, the list has not yet been released. Once it is released, then obviously most of the accounts are on consortium basis, either through JLF or otherwise. We will take a call on that. In any case, we will have to go ahead because it would be a direction, and so we have to follow that.
Okay. I just wanted to come back to, that point you were making about the possibility of a merger. You know, there are some reports suggesting that there could be a region-led merger. So, for example, Bengaluru-based banks like Canara, Vijaya Syndicate could merge, and Kolkata-based banks, like yourself and even Allahabad Bank could perhaps form an entity. You think that is a viable option and something that you foresee?
Yeah, that can be one of the options. But as I told you initially also, the banks, after merger, they have to become a strong entity. Today, if we merge two weak banks, that won't serve any purpose. It would only further aggravate the problem. So any bank which is getting merged, the bank who is absorbing another bank should be in a position to take over any hit or any the NPA, any issues, whichever are there.
Okay.
So if today on a regional basis, if I say we merge 2 or 3 weak banks belonging to a same area, I think that won't serve the purpose for what we are looking at.
Okay, you know, Mr. Takkar, I had another doubt about this 12 entities and the list not in that 12. How did you understand that press release of the Reserve Bank? The Reserve Bank in, I think, number 5 says that the 12 entities will have to be taken to the bankruptcy court immediately. Those that don't fall under 12, those that don't fall under the previous clause will get 6 months, and thereafter they will have to be taken to the bankruptcy court. Is it for only 5,000 crore plus or all other NPAs?
See, as far as the RBI circular is concerned, what I feel they are talking about the accounts which they have examined above 5,000 crores.
Okay.
So for the time being, we are going to focus on those. But in the meantime, as far as other smaller accounts are concerned, the process is already on. We are examining each and every account on an individual basis, what action has to be taken. So depending on case to case, necessary action is being taken, whether it's a ARC sale or it's I would say any haircut to be taken under SD or anything like that.
Okay. Finally, you know, there was news that just broke on our channel. Our correspondent filed a report saying that SBI has written to the government saying there is still a lot of cash crunch and they're not getting money in 51% of their ATMs and some branches as well. Has that been your experience?
See, as far as UCO Bank is concerned, by and large, we have been managing the ATMs with the adequate cash. In some areas, there could be logistic issue. Our chest being a bit far away from the ATM, or in case sometimes we are outsourcing the arrangement, the outsourcing agency could be having some issues. But I can tell you more than 85% ATMs are working. Okay. So they have adequate.
The branches are getting adequate cash?
Yeah. As for branches, there is no issues. Only some ATMs, some issues are there, but that is only in the normally in some remote areas where we have some logistic issues.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us. That actually, that clarity comes as a big relief, I'm sure, for a lot.